Hey everyone, welcome back to the new video. So in today's video, we'll solve LeetCode problem 2194. The problem is called cells in a range on an Excel sheet. So we have been given here an Excel sheet. So 1, 2 and KL. So the direction of the arrow represent how we want our output to be. For example, here they've given us an input S is a string. So string is called K1 and then this colon and then L2. So what it means is they want us to go from K1 to L2. That's the direction. Like it should be K1, K2, L1, L2. That's what we want to print. See K1, K2, L1, L2. So we have to print an output array from this string. And what we want to print? We want to print all the alphabet from K to L. So K and then L, and from 1 to 2 then should be K1, K2, L1, L2. For example, in this one you see they have given us A1 to F1. So it's 1 to 1 and A to F. So A, B, C, D, E, F. So we'll say A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, F1. That's what we need to do. The important thing here is to understand the problem. What is the problem? So the direction you see is this. So that's why we have done A1, B1, C1, and that's what we will need to print. So to solve the problem, I have done here something like I've already solved the problem here, and you can see how I did it. So input, this is the input and this is the output. So what do we like? I literally like write down the comment section, like some comments, like how I want to tackle the problem. So first I saw that, okay, what they have given us, they have given us this. So what I want to do is I want to split this thing into two. Okay, once I've done this, then I want to get access to this K. I also want to get access to this L. Then I know, okay, I want to print two letters, K and L. Then I know, okay, I have to, if here it is 1 and here also it was 1, then I know I just want to print K1, L1. But here it's 1 and here it's 2. Then I know I have to print K1, K2, L1, L2. Right? What is here? So for that, I also need to get access to 1 and 2. This will allow me to know that, okay, I have to print a certain letter two times, like 1 and 2. If it was here K1, L3, then I would have to print it K1, K2, K3, L1, L2, L3, like that. So what I've done here is first I've declared a variable called split string, and I am splitting my string on the basis of this column. So we know we have been given here this column, right? Column, you can see this column. So then I'll get A and F, both the values, right? Then after this statement, what I'll get here is basically I'll get A1 and I'll get, for example, I'm just talking about this example, then I'll get F1, right? After this. Then what? Then what I want to do, I want to get access to this one. So I've said initial string. So this is my initial string, this is my end string. Right now it's still it's array. So what I'll say that after this I can access. So now this has become an array because I use dot split method. So I'll say initial string is equals to split string 0 element. End string is equals to split string first element. So initial string has access to my A1 now. End string has access to my F1. Then I want to get access to this A, right? Then I want to get access to this F. So I've said initial char equals to initial string, like this particular thing, it's 0 index. So string 0 index is this. So here basically I get access to my A. Now I know what letter I have, right? And here I know that I have to go from A to F. Then I have created this variable let stored from integer. This just I am making to store it because I'll be changing these values regularly. So I have just created a duplicate variable here. Then I have created an end character. So end character is basically end string at 0. So this one here, F, and this is basically 1. And here I'll get access to my 1 as well. So this one. So A1, F1. I have also created store till end integer. So I want to store this one as well here. So because I need it later on, I'll say UI. Now the thing is I cannot loop from A to F, right? There is no way, like, because program doesn't know to loop from A to F. It knows to loop from numbers to number. So that's why we need to convert this into ASCII code. So what I've done here is let start code. So start code we know is A, end code we know is F. So I will convert them into ASCII character using .char coordinate. So I'm using initial character .char coordinate 0, this one. And then I'm using endchar.char coordinate 0. You can directly write endchar here. Initial, you can directly write like endchar directly. So from this statement, what happens is I get access to the ASCII values of both of these. I don't know their ASCII values, but there's something. So I get access to both the values of A and F. After that, now I want to make an array and push all these things here like A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, F1. So I declared an output array as empty array. Then I use a for loop. From for loop, I initialize it as start code. We know what is start code. It's, for example, ASCII value, for example, 76, right? And this is, for example, 80. Then I want to go from 76 to 80, right? A, B, C, D, E, F. So I've got my all letters. So it will start from I equals to start code, go till it is equals to or less than end code, and every time I want to increase it by +1, +1, +1. Now you'll say, okay, then what? How will I know what are the values? So what I'll do, every time my index is at this value, I'll convert it back to the letter, the alphabet, and I will print it. So you can see what here I've done. I've created a constant character and I've converted it back to my alphabet. So I've taken the I. What is I? I is this ASCII code. For example, it started with A, right? So A's ASCII code, for example, is 76. So it put 76 here, it converted it into the alphabet and it became A here. Then I'm saying, okay, I'm using a while loop here and I want this while loop to run continuously till my till integer. What is till integer? Till integer is the last value. For example, A1 to F1, right? So till integer is 1. I want to run it till my this value is greater than or equal to my stored from integer value. What is stored from integer value? It's my initial value, right? This one. So what I'll say that, okay, I want this to loop, and now why I'm doing this is because I'll run this loop and every time I'll decrease this value. For example, if you see this case, right? In this case it was 1 and 2. So if this was 1 and 2, then I want it to print 2 times. So for example, at first case this is 2. This is 2 as well because these are same values. Then if this is this, then I want to push my character and my integer. So integer is right now 1, right? Then next time I want to increase my integer by +1. So it will become 2. And I want to decrease my till integer by -1. So it will become 1. So again this loop will run. This time this value will be equal to this value. So it will run one more time. This time my from integer is 2. So this time it will push what? K1. For example, first time it push K1, then it will push K2 because K is already a character and 2 is increased here from integer value. So it will push K2. After that my till integer will become 0, right? So when it becomes 0, it will say, oh, it's wrong, basically it's not equal to or greater than. So condition false and I go out of the loop. Once I go out of the loop, my I increases by +1. That's how I get access to my KL value. Same thing happens, and at the end what I'm doing, every time after the while loop, I'm making sure that my from integer, this integer value, right, from integer, it's getting its initial value like 1 and 2 again. And at the end I return my output. If you don't understand the problem, try to play the video again and see how I've done it. Basically what I've done, I've created like some duplicate values and some original values. As I am changing my original values, I am every time after the while loop getting those original values back and rerunning the loop, so I can know how many times I have to print this K, how many times I have to print this L, right? That's it. And I have used some number and string and like from char code to convert from ASCII to letter, letter to ASCII. That's it. If I run this, then this should be working fine. Yeah. If you still don't understand, feel free to ask me in the comment section and I'll be happy to help you, or in the Q&A. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.